Hello everyone, I'm Benitez, Library Assistant here at the Seguin Public Library, and today we are going to be doing Origami Online, where I will be teaching you how to make some Easter paper bunnies. I know it's a few days past Easter, but we can still celebrate and make our paper bunnies. So just a second, let me switch over to where you can see what I'm working on. Here you can see our lovely origami tulips that we worked on last time, our desk background. And then we also have our paper bunnies here that we're going to learn how to make today. So let's get started. So for today's paper folding tutorial, we're going to need a 13 by 13 centimeter square of paper. You can make these bunnies in different shapes and sizes and colors. However, one this size, you will need that 13 centimeter by 13 centimeter paper. So to get started, we're going to fold this in half diagonally from corner to corner. You're going to want to make sure those edges meet up really nicely. Increase that well. And then you're going to want to flip it over and fold the opposite corners together. Creasing that well. And open that up, and then we're going to fold it in half one way. And then it'll open it up again and fold it in half the other way. So we should have a crisscross here and a crisscross there. And now we're going to fold each side up to the middle line. So one side there, turn it around and fold the other side halfway up. So this side is divided into 4 parts. And now on this side, we're only going to fold the bottom side up. You'll see why we're going to do this in a minute. This helps us make our bunny head. So now we're going to take this corner and meet up with this central point where all of our folds join up right there in the middle. So we're going to take that and fold it up, creasing that well, and do the same with the opposite side, meeting that center point, and crease that well. So those corners will fold in. Now the reason we did this is because when we fold these sides back in where those original folds were, now we can take your finger right here at the beginning of this where it's kind of just lifting up and push it up, so that way this corner meets this little triangle shape here. I'll bring that up a little closer so you can see in the light. There's this triangle shape. You're going to want to meet this corner up to that point. And since it's already been folded, it happens quite easily. It'll almost do it by itself. You'll do the same on this side, lifting it up, and that fold will just fall into place right there. So I'm going to open that back up and show you again how I did that. So we fold this back up where we had creased it earlier and fold that back in. And now you're going to lift up this point, and it should just kind of want to fall into that spot right there, and you just flatten it out so it's a triangle right here. And same on the opposite side. So you should have kind of a diamond shape now on your rectangle. And so now we're going to take this, and you'll see now it looks like we have these 2 little peaks right here. I don't know if you can see that in the light. So those are what's going to be the base of your ears, and this is going to be our bunny's face. So we're going to flatten this down so that way those points stick up at the top and the nose is flat against what's going to be the body. We're going to lay this down so that these sides where these flaps where it was folded are facing up. We're going to take this edge right here and make it line up with that center crease or that center line. And all we're doing here is making the bunny's ears a bit more narrow. So you'll fold that down and crease it well, and take the other side and bring it in as well to meet up at the same point. So those are going to be our bunny's ears. Now they're a bit more narrow. And we've got our face, so now we're going to work on the face. We're going to fold this back so we can get a good view of where that nose is going to be. Now there are a couple different ways you can do this. So you'll see with this one I kind of made it so it looks like it has little bunny teeth sticking out at the bottom of the chin. And this one I made it so it just looks like a chin. So the way I did that was for the one that just has the chin, I tucked that final little peak under it. And you'll see whenever I'm folding it how I did that. And for this one, with the teeth, I left that peak hole sticking out, just to kind of give a little different look to our bunnies, to make them a little more unique. So for this one, I'm just going to do the chin. So to make the chin, we're going to first just barely fold down that tip of that bunny's nose. And then we're going to fold it back, kind of almost about to where that line is, where the head folds back. And now you're going to fold this back up against that crease. Now it's really tiny, it's kind of hard to see where I'm kind of zigzag folding it there. And so with those couple of folds, it leaves that rounded chin just sticking out right under that bunny's face. There you can see it a bit better. So that's the basis of our bunny's head. So now we are going to fold it back again, so that way the ears lay flat against this, against the body. And we're going to fold this whole thing in half along that center crease. And now we're going to angle up our bunny's head a little by taking both of the ears in your fingers, just pinch them, pull them up a little higher at a higher angle. You don't want it to be too far out, or that will kind of change the way your bunny's body is shaped. You just want them at a slight angle there. And you'll just kind of pinch right here at the start of the chin and the chest, that way it maintains that shape. Increase that really well. Now we're going to make the hind legs of the bunny. And you do that by folding this entire section up to meet somewhere around where the bunny's cheek would be. And the way you got to think about this is wherever that fold is, that's where that bunny's going to sit. So if you can kind of see the angle of it, and you can change how your bunny's head sits. Each one that I've made has been different, just depending on how you want it. So you can just kind of look at that and judge what you want it to look like. If you want its head to be higher up or a little lower, this one I think I didn't put quite high enough. So there he'll look kind of like he's sitting there. So I'm going to crease where I want those hind legs to be, and that's going to be our guideline fold, because now we're going to open this up, and where we have that crease we just made, we're going to tuck that in here and bend it at that same line. So you'll see it's at that same angle, it's just now it's kind of inside out. So I'll repeat that again just so you can see. So we have that fold from where we had tucked it over. And now I'm going to open this up and follow that line to tuck it in. So that's where our bunny's going to be sitting. And you can still go back and change this if you want to later, but that's, I think, where I want his legs to be. So now you'll see you kind of have these square shapes inside where the feet should be. And if you look at my finished bunny, his feet are more pointed. So to do that, what we're going to do is take the bottom of this foot, and you're going to want to match this corner with that center line. And you're going to pinch the tip of that toe and just meet it up where that central crease is. So you don't want to fold it all the way across, just right there in the middle. And do the same with the other one, taking this corner and meeting that center line and pinching it. And you'll just kind of want to adjust your folds and push that back in, that center fold back in, until you get two little bunny feet there at the bottom of your bunny's body. So now we've got our standing bunny, but his ears are just kind of a little straight and awkward. So to fix that, what we're going to do is you're going to see there's a couple pockets here in these ears. What you want is that back pocket. And what you're going to do is just stick your finger in there and kind of open it up and bend it down, just very gently. Open it up and bend it down. And that'll open up your bunny's ears and make them a bit more lifelike. And if you want, you can add some character, give it a little fold down, make him a little flopsy. And if you want to, you can finish him off. Oh, I almost forgot. You can also add a little bit of detail by just folding the very back peak of that, of the back side of the bunny. And so there's his little cottontail. And to finish him off, you can do what I did here if you'd like, and color the faces and give them some eyes and a nose, and you can give some pink in their ears to make a little bit more lifelike. But that's all that I have for you today. So that's how you make an origami paper bunny. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.